A unique quality about me, still a tough question. Maybe my competitiveness, because no matter what sport I play, I still am very competitive.
When I work out, I put my work. When I work out, I put my work in. Ready, get, go. If you wanna play ball, better give it your all. Stand tall, put your work in.
Hi, I'm Chloe Walcott. I'm from Digger Martin and I'm a squash player. I was first introduced to sport probably at a few years old because my father plays all the sports that I've played throughout my life. My goals in sport are to introduce the younger population to my sport, especially because we have such a small community in squash, and even to introduce younger people to hockey as well, because the community in hockey is getting smaller as the years go on. I would also like to have a scholarship in sport when I graduate from St. Joseph Convent, so that would be my goals. My favorite thing about squash is that the analytical thinking, because all during a rally or the entire game, you're always switching strategy, and there's always something new to do whenever you play a shot or when your opponent plays a shot. My secret to success in squash, I guess just as an athlete, was that I never really skipped training. I had a very strict schedule that balanced my schoolwork, my social life, and squash, and I never really separated my social life from either of those two things, because I always had friends in training and I always had friends in school, so my social life never depleted, even though I was only at school or only at squash. My highest accomplishment would probably be my double title. I won 2 double titles playing squash nationals. I won a under 13 and under 15 one year, and under 17 and under 19. As a young athlete, school and sport life balance is not the easiest, especially in CSEC and CAPE level education, as there's a lot of studying that goes to it, and these exams that you do at that time are very important. Personally, especially during my CSEC year, I had a lot of trouble balancing my sport and school life, but I just learned that I have to make sure that my sport is a priority as well as my school, so I didn't put one over the other, because I was training at the national level, so I did have to put some priority into my sport. I couldn't think of school and only school. A unique quality about me, still a tough question. I would say maybe my competitiveness, because no matter what sport I play, or even if it's just for leisure or fun, I still am very competitive, and that can be a little off-putting for some people when they meet me, but generally I'm pretty friendly, so I would say that puts me apart from some people who play at national level. They're very serious about the sport, but I tend to take it at a more fun approach and just play every game like it's my first game. I play hockey and squash, and I did dance for a little while because I personally love to perform. So I picked up dancing again, even though I did it when I was younger. I stopped and I picked it up again in like Form 3. But I played hockey for my whole life. I love hockey because it's the only team sport that I play. Besides, I tried basketball once, but that wasn't really my thing. But it's the only other team sport I've ever played, and I love it still. I might go back and play it again, even though I've paused for exams. I might go back and play again. My greatest inspiration is definitely my family. All my immediate family, like my mom, dad, and my sister, and my brother as well. They really encourage me to do better in this sport. Even when I lose games or lose matches, they really encourage me to like get past it and try to improve myself, so I will win that against that person, or just win the whole competition that time, you know. My greatest role model, oh my gosh, I was so excited for this one. Serena Williams. I just think she's such a fantastic athlete, and one of the greatest things I find she did, she got pregnant, right? And she had a child recently, and then she went straight back to her sport, which I think is so cool, because how you just had a child and then you were like, okay, time to go back to training. That's so cool. I find that she's so passionate about her sport, that she was so ready to get back to it. So she really inspires me that way. What advice would I give to a younger athlete or just other athletes? I would say, this is a really tough question, because I don't want to say something cheesy, but all the cheesy advice is actually true, like work hard and all that. But the one I want to say is you should be passionate about the sport you want to pursue. Because if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you're gonna feel like it's a burden to train. And at some point, I felt like that about squash, honestly, because I was trying to get a scholarship because I'm still in school. And so it felt more like a burden. But then I get to travel all the time when I'm on the national team, and that's so fun because I get to meet new people. And I do love the sport, so I am passionate about it. So that kept me going. So I find somebody should be passionate about the sport they're going to pursue because it makes it more fun to train and more fun to learn new techniques.